Welcome back to the channel. It's the start of May and I cannot believe we are a few months away from the start of the trial for the Idaho 4 murders. Now this case has had me gripped since day one. I remember it happening. I live over here in the UK, but I've followed it the whole way through. And when it was released on the news, it kind of come over to the UK. It wasn't huge news all the time, but I was keeping in touch with what was going on. So I've also been keeping up with the case since Bryan was arrested for the murders. And I've been keeping up on Twitter, watching other YouTube videos. I've been keeping up on Reddit. And today that's what I want to bring to you. I want to bring something I've seen on Reddit. And what someone has kindly done for us today is they have got the confirmed case evidence up until April 25th, 2025. And what they have done is gone through all the court documents and they have broken it down for us into 23 parts. So what I want to do today is I want to run through the 23 parts. But most importantly, I want to hear what you guys think. Do you think Bryan is 100% guilty? Are you in that party? Do you think he might be innocent and you're 100% of that? Or are you on the fence of still not sure? Because this feels to me like it's dragged on longer than it should have. I know the trial's been pushed back now. The date for the trial is actually, I'll ping it up here, is actually August the 11th, 2025 is when the trial is planned. So I believe it was meant to start in July. It's been pushed back. It was meant to start before. It's been pushed back. What are the reasons behind it being pushed back? What do you think the reasons are? Let's start with number one. So Kohberger's DNA was found on the knife sheath that was found under the body of a victim stabbed with the knife. So his DNA evidence was actually found on the sheath. So number two, the DNA found on the sheath was single source from Bryan Kohberger. The DNA profile was robust and complete. So it was just his DNA on that knife sheath. Number three, the quantity of Kohberger's DNA on the sheath was large. It was equivalent to, they're saying here, 100,000 shells or 10 pinprick blood spots. So pretty huge. Number four, Bryan Kohberger purchased the knife and sheath a few months before the murders in March 2022. This was found on his Amazon account. Number five, the Amazon account from which the Kohberger knife sheath was purchased under Kohberger's name browsed pages for deletion of order account history after the murders. Number six, the sheath Kohberger purchased was not recovered in post-arrest searches of his residence, office and car. So they didn't detect it on him. And as we read from the first point here, it sounds like the sheath was actually found under the body of a victim. Now, they haven't said which victim that is. I'm sure that is going to come out during the trial. Number seven, Kohberger matches eyewitness description of height, build and ethnicity. Number eight, Bryan Kohberger purchased a balaclava matching that worn by the perpetrator a few months before the murders. Number nine, a car matching Kohberger's circled the scene 4 times just before and sped away just after the killings. Now, there's been a lot said about the car situation, so from the court documents, they must have evidence of that. I've seen some CCTV stuff as well, but it's saying there that if it's in the court documents, I believe they're quite confident it was his car. Number 10. At least 53 videos were obtained of the suspect's car on November the 13th, 2022 at 25 locations. 21 of these car videos were close to, at the scene, shortly before, during and after the murders. Number 11. Around half the car videos have synchronous phone location movement data of Bryan Kohberger's phone. Number 12. Year range, model, colour of suspect's car, which was believed to be 2011 to 2016, that's the white Elantra, was specified by FBI car ID specialists on November the 26th, almost 1 month before Kohberger was first identified as a suspect. So they seem to have known about this car pretty quickly in the investigation. Number 13, phone data places Kohberger a short drive from the scene just south of Moscow, 25 minutes after the murders, which they believe happened at 4:48 a.m. Number 14, phone data and car location video before and after the murders placing Kohberger a short drive from the scene at 2:45 a.m. and 4:48 a.m. are incompatible with an alibi. Number 15, Kohberger's phone was turned off over the period of the murders and turned on 23 minutes after. Number 16, Kohberger accessed a Google account on his phone from a recovery email 1 minute after turning his phone back on at 4:49 a.m. Number 17, Kohberger returned to the area near the scene a few hours after the murders at circa 9:12 a.m. Number 18, Kohberger has not submitted an alibi stating he was at any place away from the scene at the time. He has confirmed he was driving alone near the scene at the time. Number 19, so there's historical phone data that shows Bryan Kohberger was near the scene on 23 prior occasions, all of which were late at night stroke very early hours of the morning up until 4 a.m. Number 20, Kohberger's habit of numerous frequent visits to Moscow, the scene, stopped abruptly at 9:30 a.m. November the 13th. Number 21, Kohberger's internet history shows significant time spent browsing knives, kabar knives and sheaths before and after the murders. The account browsed purchase history deleted options and the murders. Number 22, Kohberger regularly used his debit card for purchases before the murders, but he stopped on November the 10th. Kohberger started using ATM cash withdrawals on the day after the murders, having not used ATM cash withdrawal previously. And the final one, number 23. There are gaps in Kohberger's WSU computer event logs and system usage log for the period over November the 11th to November the 16th, 2022, even though WSU was in session over the period. So there we are, 23 bits of evidence from the case findings. Great that someone's gone through all of the documents and said so we don't have to, and I'm glad I can break it down into 23 points. There must have been so much to go through on the documents, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to link the full document under this video. So if you do want to go through all the document pages that have been released, feel free to do so. But what do you think about this case? From what I'm reading here, from what I've heard, from what I've looked into for this case, it sounds like the police have their man. But there is still a lot of people who actually believe that Bryan Kohberger has been set up for this and the police were desperate to frame someone with this and it's not him. So what's your thoughts on that? Let me know in the comments section. As I said, I'm going to pin the whole document below, so feel free to read that. And I'm going to be making quite a few videos on this case. As I say, I'm going to be live streaming the case as well during the court trial. I'm based in the UK, but this American case has gripped me so much. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you very soon.